Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video we will see a step by step troubleshooting of a real time issue in the network. And this is my scenario. As you can see, I have dual ISP setup, like two different ISPs are connected to my edge router R1 with separate interface, ISP1 and ISP2. And here I have configured load balancing, right? This is dual ISP load balancing with NAT scenario, right? And this is real time scenario, because here we have redundancy as well, like if any one ISP will goes down, then also end users can access internet via another ISP. At the same time we are distributing the traffic, right? 50% traffic is going via ISP1 and 50% traffic is going via ISP2, right? So that's why I'm saying this is a real time scenario. But guys, here is some issue. After configuring load balancing and everything in this scenario, you can see when host means this PC is pinging to 8.8.8, there is issue. You can see in the on the console what is the issue. Like it is getting reply for first packet, but second packet is getting drop, right? See, drop, then reply, then again drop, again reply, again drop, again reply, right? So for one packet it is getting reply, for another packet another packet is getting dropped somewhere. I don't know where packet is getting dropped, right? It is like asymmetric routing, and I am damn sure that it is happening just because of NAT load balancing. Here I have configured the NAT load balancing, and after configuring the NAT load balancing only I started getting this issue, right? So maybe from one ISP user is able to access internet, but from the another ISP it is not able to access internet, but router is forwarding traffic towards both the ISP, means router is performing the load balancing, right? If two default routes are there in the routing table of router 1, then definitely it will perform load balancing. So first of all we are going to verify the issue, and then we'll see the troubleshooting, like how we can fix it. The most important thing is we need to identify the issue. Where is the issue, right? I am expecting, right, that this can be because of NAT, but I also don't know. Okay, so once I got this error, I started the recording. I thought to capture the troubleshooting steps here. Okay, so hope the scenario is clear, right? In these kinds of scenario, many times we have configured primary and backup scenario, right? Like ISP1 is primary and ISP2 is the secondary, right? Even we have covered the load balancing also in the previous videos, but we never got these kinds of issues here, and you will usually find these kinds of issues in the production many time, right? Many time you will get these kinds of issues here. And if you have good commands on the WAN technology, like here we are running NAT, routing, PVR, policy based routing, VPNs. So if you have good command on these technologies, then only you can fix the issue, right? Because fixing the issue is not important. The important is identifying the issue, how you will identify the issue. So you can see in the console of PC1, right? I think we are getting reply from one ISP, and we are like packet is getting dropped from the another ISP. And this scenario is called dual WAN load balancing with NAT. You can say dual ISP or dual WAN load balancing with NAT, right? This is very popular scenario because here we have dual ISP connectivity. Your edge router, my edge router 1 is connected to two different ISP1 and ISP2 via separate interface, so it can perform the load balancing, as I have already configured equal load balancing to distribute traffic across both ISP, right? Equally I am distributing the traffic. I am trying to distribute the traffic, but it is not working now. Okay, then the NAT is already configured, it is running fine, right? It will translate private into public. Then there is redundancy and failover also, right? Failover scenario is already configured, we don't need to configure. If any ISP is going down, automatically all the traffic will be shifted towards another ISP. Done. Now let me stop the ping first. Stop. Do one thing, let me keep pinging 8.8.8, and let me take you to router 1. Here we can enable the debugging, or I can check so IP NAT translation, right? So IP NAT translation, and you can see my router 1 is translating 10.1.1.1, which is the IP address of host, because in the subnet you can see guys, in the LAN side my subnet is 10.1.1.0/24. First of all, let me make you familiar with the subnets which I am running here. Subnet between router 1 and ISP1 is 1.1.1.0/30. Subnet between router 1 and ISP2 is 2.2.2.0/30. And I have some loopback on the internet router on the ISP, like 8.8.8.8, 100.1.1.0/24, 8.8.8.8 is running on both the ISP, right? This is my subnet. So host is using IP what 10.1, and the gateway IP address is 10.100, which is running on router R1. So here I am able to see one thing, that router is only translating this IP address, host private IP address, into 1.1.1.1, right? See, in the all translation packet, in all translated packet, source is only 1.1.1.1, but I was expecting source 1.1.1 also, 1.1.1 is running over here, 1.1.1.1, and 2.2.2.1 is running over here. So I was expecting source for ISP1 in the NAT should be 1.1.1, and source for ISP2 should be 2.2.2.1, right, in the NATing. But here in the NAT translation we are only able to see 1.1.1 as a source. Let me do one thing, go to ISP and just debug the ccnp, okay, just to identify, because we are learning, right? If you are thinking, Praful, how you will get access of your ISP, so just to show you, even I can fix it, I can troubleshoot it without accessing the ISP router, right? But just I want to show you the information in detail, like what is happening over here. That's why let me take you to ISP1, and on ISP1 I am going to enable, let's say, debugging IP icmp. Even I can debug the IP packet, that will also work. And you can see ISP1 is generating reply from source 8.8.8, that is fine, and destination 1.1.1, that is fine, right? Because when user is going to generate traffic, guys, when the user will generate traffic, source IP address is going to be 10.1.1.1, and destination IP address is going to be 8.8.8.8. PC will forward it to their gateway, to router 1. Router 1 will check the route in the routing table, and there are two default route. If I will show you the routing table of R1, so IP route static, so you can see two default routes are there, right? One towards ISP1, this is toward ISP1, 1.1.1.2 is the IP address running on ISP2, ISP1, and 2.2.2.2 is the IP address running on ISP2. Means I am using .1 on my router side and .2 in ISP side. So two default routes are there. Destination is matching in both the default route. Now router is going to check whether NAT inside is configured on their receiving interface, right? On the receiving interface IPNAT inside command is running or not. And the second thing is, on the exit interface IPNAT outside command is running or not, right? Even router will check SAP table, so IP SAP 0.0.0.0 0.0.0/0. You can see in the SAP table also we are able to find two next hop 1.1.1.2 on fast ethernet 1/0, which is the IP address of ISP1, and another next hop is 2.2.2.2 on fast ethernet 1/1, which is ISP2. Now it is router is going to check if NAT is enabled, then router have to perform translation, right? And router is going to perform translation if NAT is enabled. So run interface f1/0. You can see IPNAT outside command is running. That's why it is performing translation. So run interface 1/1. Here also you can see IPNAT outside is running, and f0/0 IPNAT inside is running, right? So NAT is enabled on all the interface. Now router need to perform translation, right? Router need to translate source. So router is going to check NAT rule. So run, or we can use command so IP NAT statistics, right? In the So IP NAT statistics, you can see total active translation is 39. Find the all are dynamically. Outside interface is fast Ethernet 1/0 and fast Ethernet 1/1. From here also you can verify this. Inside interface is fast Ethernet 0/0. So router have verified that all the interfaces are configured correctly, NAT is enabled, right? And now router need to perform translation. Even hits are there, around 4,000 hits are there. SAP translated packet is this one, 4468, right? SAP punted packet 1, expired translation this one, okay? And the dynamic mapping, here are two NAT rule you can see. By using route map, this is name of my route map ISP1, on which interface? On interface fast Ethernet 1/0, right? And the another NAT rule is route map 2. This is nothing but the source. Source is route map 1 and the destination is fast Ethernet 1/0, right? Another rule is source is route map ISP2 and interface fast Ethernet 1/1, right? So router need to translate the source into the public IP address which is running on fast Ethernet 1/0 and fast Ethernet 1/1, right? And the IP address which is running on fast Ethernet 1/0 is 1.1.1.1. So IP interface brief exclude unassigned. Here you can see on F1/0 1.1.1, and router is translating correctly. That's why on the router like ISP1 I am able to see the reply packet, right? So what will happen? Router 1 is going to translate 10.1.1.1 into 1.1.1.1, and after that it will forward to ISP1, and ISP1 will generate reply. In the reply, source IP is going to be 8.8.8 and destination IP address is going to be 1.1.1.1. So as destination IP is 1.1.1, in the ICMP equal reply message on ISP1, means router 1 is performing translation properly for ISP1, right? For ISP1, router 1 is performing that properly. Now let me take you to ISP2, and on ISP2 also I am going to enable debugging IP ICMP, and here let me see the reply message. See, ISP2 is also generating ICMP echo reply message, source 8.8.8 and destination guys 1.1.1 only. Destination is 1.1.1. That means what is the issue? Issue is router 1 is translating source into only 1.1.1.1, right? And after that it is forwarding one packet to ISP1 and one packet to ISP2. Router is performing load balancing fine, but it is only translating source into this public IP address, which is 1.1.1.1, right? But when router will forward NATed traffic to ISP2, it should use different public IP address 2.2.2.1. Why it is not using that? Let me verify it. See, on router number 1, okay, done. We verify it. Now we can disable the debugging, say unall, and on ISP1 also I can say unall. I can disable the debugging now, unall, and then go to router 1. Your router PC is still forwarding traffic, still I am getting same issue. ISP2, ISP1, okay. Now go to router 1, and on router number 1, so run section IP NAT. If I will show you the configuration, NAT configuration, so here you can see the NAT configuration guys. IP NAT inside source, match source from route map ISP1 and translate the source into the IP address which is running on interface fast Ethernet 1/0, and I am using the keyboard overload. That means I have enabled the PAT, port address translation. This is my first NAT rule. And the second NAT rule is IP NAT inside source route map ISP2 interface F1/1 overload. But I think router 1 is not using this NAT rule, right? Because guys, all the traffic is matching over here only in this NAT rule. In this NAT rule only all the traffics are matching. You know, if you want to see that, you can check the route map. You can open your route map. let me say so route map and ISP1 for an example. So see, in this route map we are only matching the access control list number 10. Maybe this access control list is matching the LAN subnet, so access list. Yes, this access list is matching the LAN subnet 10.1.1.0, 0.0.0.255, and 3000 matches are also there, right? 3000 matches are there. In the route map, there is one mistake, right? You can see we are only matching the source address, right? We are not matching any interface, right? So what will happen when router 1 will receive the traffic from the user? See, when the user is going to generate traffic, source IP 10.1.1.1 and destination IP 8.8.8.8, it will forward to router. When router is going to receive it on the inside interface, this interface is configured as inside and these two interfaces are configured as outside, right? So router will perform translation. For translation, router is going to look up NAT rule, and in the NAT rule this traffic will match in first NAT rule only, right? In the first NAT rule the traffic will match, so router is going to perform translation, right? It will translate 1.1.10.1.1.1 into 1.1.1.1, because in NAT rule 1 we said translate the source into the IP address which is running over here on this interface, and after that router will check routing table, two exit interfaces are there, it will forward one copy to ISP1, one copy to ISP2. This is the issue why I am getting packet drop here, right? So what can be the solution? This is the issue. Fine, we identify the issue. How to fix it? Simply in the route map we can edit the route map. In the route map we are matching the source, at the same time we can also match the interface, right? Like route map ISP1 will match two things: access list number 10 to match the source subnet, and then it will match the interface f1/0, right? ISP2 route map will match again two things: ACL number 10 and interface f1/1. And after that I think router should perform load balancing correctly, the NAT should perform load balancing correctly. Let me take you to router 1. For now I am going to stop the communication ping and go to R1 and see do so route map. In both route maps you can see we are only matching the guys access control list. Here also and here also we have two route map, one with name ISP1 and one with name ISP2. Even we have created two NAT rule, but router is not checking NAT rule 2. So let me modify the route map. Say route map, and name of my route map is, let's say, ISP1. Permit sequence number is 10 here, right? You can see 10 for both. So sequence 10, and here I am saying match address, interface, match interface fast Ethernet 1/0. That's it. Then in another route map ISP2, and say permit again sequence number 10, and here I am saying match interface fast Ethernet 1/1. Now it will match interface as well, right? Now it will match interface as well. And now if I am going to ping internet from PC, let me check. Now you can see I am getting reply properly, right? And if you are thinking that router 1 is forwarding traffic to ISP1 only, you can enable the debugging on ISP. You can see on ISP2 debugging is already enabled, right? And on ISP2 we are able to see the traffic, and this time you can see destination is 2.2.2.1. This time destination is 2.2.2.1. And go to ISP1. Here also we can debug IP ccnp. So you can see ISP1 is also forwarding the reply message. That means router 1 is distributing the traffic. It is forwarding equal amount of traffic to both ISP. It is distributing 50% of traffic between ISP1 and ISP2, and now everything is working Fine, you can see both the ISPs are generating ICMP reply message, right? And PC is now able to access internet properly via both ISP. This is, guys, load balancing, right? This is load balancing. This is not load sharing. If you don't know the load sharing configuration, then you can let me know in the comment section, right? You can let me know that please make one video on load sharing for the NAT, right? Definitely I will make one video on load sharing as well. By the way, I think one video is already there on the channel, but that is old, right? So if you need any video on any other topic, you can let me know in the comment section. And the load sharing scenario can be also interesting. So if you are not aware about that, let me know in the comment section. I will make one separate video for that. Okay, so this was just a small troubleshooting, but guys, this is real time issues, this is real time scenario. Okay, interviewer can also ask you these types of question in interview, right? So if you know the packet flow, with the help of packet flow you can identify the issue, after that you can fix the issue. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. If you have learned something from this video, if this video was helpful for you, please hit on like button. If you have any question, query, concern, please let me know in the comment section. If my video is helping you to improve your knowledge, right? If you are liking my video and you want more scenario based, like real time scenario based configuration troubleshooting in the future, please type yes in the comment section. Yes is nothing but your positive feedback, right? Feedback is very important for me. Try to understand, like blindly I cannot keep making the video on YouTube. Your feedback is so important. When you are saying the negative feedback, I am trying to implement that in my life, right? I am trying to overcome the issue, right? So if you have any negative feedback, any suggestion in my teaching, then also you can let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, please type yes. Once you will type yes, I will get to know that this video was helpful for you and you guys are learning from these types of videos. It will motivate me to make more and more videos. Thank you so much, guys. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will meet you soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.